I'm going to start out with Ms. Walker, though. Why don't you tell me why you want to marry him, but why you have concerns regarding that union?
Okay. I want to marry him because honestly, he's a great guy. He's a really good dad. He's been there with me through a whole lot of trials and tribulations, and he's a very good backbone and support. It's just, you know, as we was going through them trials and tribulations, I felt like the backbone that we had in our relationship, it started to linger away. So it's like he's showing me he wants to marry me, but then it's like he wants to also play the kiddie games and just...
How is he showing you that he wants to marry you? What's he doing or saying that makes you believe that's his end game?
He proposed to me first.
Okay.
And told me he wanted to get married and, you know...
When did he propose?
Around when I was 6, 7 months pregnant with our daughter.
With the other one?
Yes.
Has he re-proposed since then?
No, we've had issues. He's brought up the word we'll get married someday, but he has not made another official proposal.
Okay.
You're going to be waiting around forever, man. Listen, I ain't going to say that a proposal got an expiration date, but a proposal got an expiration date. You can't propose in 2027 and then sit up here and don't... Well, ain't that how weddings work? And then you plan it, but you ain't. You can tell. You can tell a person serious if they serious in their intentions. They follow up with it. They respond. That might show you the hall or something like that. Make an invitation. A subscription or something like that, bro. You can tell if a person's serious or not. I mean, she might be waiting for a little minute. I mean, it's cool. I don't really think the ring, you can't say that the ring mean anything. To be truthfully honest, it symbolizes marriage and it's supposed to symbolize union and togetherness and all of that stuff. That's what it's supposed to symbolize, but what does it really mean when you think about it? And I'm not trying to deter anybody away from getting married or saying that it's a bad thing. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, it's just a ring. They give it to you. They might want this. What do you want? What do you want? What are you trying to do? What's your end game? All of that other, that's just jewelry. You're going to get a lot. You're going to get a lot. You're going to get that already. You're going to have that already. So what's it going to be? Another $400,000 ring. Come on, man.
Okay.
But I proposed to him just to, you know...
Well, and when was that?
I proposed on...
Oh!
Oh, since then?
No, we've had issues. He's brought up the word we'll get married someday, but he has not made another official proposal.
Okay.
But I proposed to him just
I thought she said that.
Well, and when was that?
I proposed on our 2nd year anniversary last year.
And his response was?
He said yes. I proposed with a ring pop.
You gave him a ring pop?
He loved ring pops. It was his favorite sweet candy. And I was like, I don't have the money.
Did you take the ring pop?
This is said ring pop. And I feel if you're serious about marrying someone, you just don't give them a ring pop, even though they might say
They like
yes,
them.
yeah.
That's not the point.
Yeah.
I'm in trouble. I'm telling you right now, I'm in trouble. Now, Mr. Pruitt, when you said yes, ring pop notwithstanding, put it down.
Okay.
Did you mean yes, or did you say yes to keep it quiet?
I meant yes because of the simple fact I feel like, as she said, I can be her backbone, but at the same time, it's on both our ends.
If you meant it, then you would have did it. It ain't no excuses, bro. It ain't no excuses. It ain't no in the half, on the fence, or none of that. How both of y'all ask each other to marry each other, then y'all still not married? Y'all still thinking about it. You sitting right there looking at the cliff. You at the cliff. You are at the cliff. You still at the cliff of the mountain, bro. You looking over at the mountain to see, well, it's dark down there, so I don't really know how it's going to go. But then the light shine over there, so I think I'm going to go over there. But then it look deeper right there, so I'm going to go. You still trying to figure it out. You still trying to figure it out, bro. If you ain't figured it out, then you ain't going to do it. Let's just keep it 100. Let's just keep it 100. All of the ring pop games, knock it off.
Where we have to coincide and cohabitate with each other.
Okay. Where do you see the problem in your relationship as it currently exists?
One, her cleaning habits has fell off. She used to want to wash dishes, wash clothes, and clean the house. She doesn't have that motivation
To do that.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. So correct me. She's working, and you're not. And she's 7 months pregnant, and you're wondering why she doesn't keep the house as clean as she once did. Could you work that out for me?
I feel like, okay, yes, she does have a job. Okay, I take on maybe 35-40% of the cleaning, because she leaves bras, she leaves pantyhose everywhere. When she goes to the bathroom, to take a bath, the water jumps out. I feel like her personal hygiene has fell off a little. I've told her about this. She has fixed it a little, but it's still pretty bad. And I feel like she does not comb her hair like she should. She don't take care.
Comb her hair like she should.
She don't take personal hygiene the correct way.
So she doesn't pretty up herself enough.
Like
she doesn't clean enough.
Yeah.
When she gets off that job and she comes bringing that 7-month-old belly in there, and she doesn't just get her hair combed and look good for you while you sitting there with your unemployed self. This is your problem.
You said what now?
With your unemployed ass, man. She said it, I'ma say it again, man. We out here tripping. I keep telling you, bro, if you ain't got no job, no source of income, you wash the dishes. You washing the dishes, you sweeping the floors, you mopping the wall. You doing all of that, bro. You doing all of that, and you still supposed to be trying to find some money in between that. Pump out a YouTube video. Push out a YouTube video, but it ain't no line sitting 24/7. That's not acceptable. That's not acceptable, bro. I ain't trying to hear none of that. I keep trying to tell, bro. It's the money. It's the money that be getting us. We cool. We be a little, you know. How can I put it? How can I put it? We be how we be, fellas? Come on, help me out. Help me out. We be that. But financially, that's where we just paying 100.
With your unemployed self.
Okay.
You expect her to hold down all of that, and what do you believe you bring to the table in this relationship?
I believe that I bring simply, like she said, her backbone. I support her in whatever decision she makes. And just because I don't work doesn't mean I'm not looking for jobs, but at the same time, it's on me to get to those jobs. And I haven't been able to get to those jobs.
So why you're not getting to the job? Why don't you just clean up the house? I mean, I don't understand that. Why isn't her good? Since you can't contribute economically, and I understand that, could happen to anybody. Isn't it incumbent upon you to make yourself something other than a sperm donor?
Yes.
Seriously.
Yes,
so why isn't everything handled when she gets home? Why does she have to clean anything?
Because first, I think she's the woman of the house. And I feel just like she has a job.
Please think before you speak. This is a perfect example of think before you speak, bro, and be able to read the room. He not reading the room. She done throw him 10 lifelines. Even if that was the case, you don't say that when the judge is a woman. You don't say that. Even if you feel it in your heart of heart or your spirit of spirits, bro, at times you gotta think and make the best decision. Make the best decision. And I'm saying this to say, like, bro, he might really be thinking, all right, well, that might really be how he feel. And everybody's entitled to how that feel. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. This is my opinion. Y'all are entitled to yours. But sometimes, bro, in order for the benefit to benefit yourself, you got to make the best decision, bro. He not making the best decisions right now. Not only, like, bro, this is crazy. This is crazy. Darrell, you wildin'. You wildin', bro. You wildin' for this one. This one is crazy, bro. She's 7 months working. You sitting there chilling. This is sick. Listen, wouldn't catch me in a place like that.
I should be able to go out and get a job. I don't expect her to work, especially while she's 7 months
working. She is working. And you're not working. So while she's not working, while you're not working, wouldn't it behoove you as the man of the house to assist her in the household duties? Just because, well, you know, my genitalia won't allow me to vacuum. I'm gonna move off that, Mr. Pruitt. And I want to go to another concern you say that you have about Ms. Walker is you say that she doesn't stand up to her family when it comes to issues with respect to you. Is that accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you explain that to me?
Her family member does not think I'm the one for her, and I feel different because I feel like I've been with her for almost two years now, and she's looked at me as, like she said, her backbone, and I take big pride in that. And I think I should, as she said, step up, clean like she said. But at the same time, I think she should do the same because it's a 50-50 relationship.
Okay, I'll get excited again, and it's warm in here, so I'm just going to go to you. You say that he throws tantrums if he doesn't get his way. Why don't you explain that to me?
Okay, for example, I was nice enough to get him a game system for his first little housewarming gift. It was nice. I just was, you know, he said he wanted this, his first house. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go out, give him the little gift he wants. Now, I didn't know after buying the game system and the little couple of games, every month he expects a brand new game. If he doesn't get it, I'll hear, oh my God, or he'll stomp his feet, or he'll break up with me because he didn't get the game. Or let's say a cell phone. Or I didn't go buy this electronic, or it doesn't matter. He'll throw a fit. He'll whine, he'll hang up the phone, he'll do all the stuff a 2-year-old does. He reminds me of my 2-year-old daughter.
Mr. Pruitt, do you care to respond to those allegations?
I feel that is wrong. Very
What's wrong? What's wrong?
The temper tantrum she says I throw.
Do you throw them?
I mean, sometimes I have an attitude, but as far as temper tantrums, no.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have no attitude because you ain't get no game, bro. I don't think he telling the truth. I think he tried to downplay it and she was telling the truth, bro. That's sick. That's sick, bro. And what I don't like about it is, as the man of the house, bro, you supposed to be setting the example. You supposed to be, now if you do it, everybody gonna feel like they do it. So when Lord Johnny come home and he ain't get his game, then he can throw a temper tantrum. Like, I don't like that. I feel like I know. I know that's how you start bad habits, bro. And you gotta get them while they're young. Break them out of them habits while they're young. Instill the great things, the good things that you want. Savannah, daddy love you, baby. Daddy love you, baby. But yeah, instill it into them while they're young. And then you water it and then watch the flower grow. Watch it grow, bro. He seemed childish, immature, all of that, bro. And that's not good. That's not good, bro. That is not cool.
When you say you have an attitude, what do you get an attitude about? Do you get an attitude about not enough games?
She says something, but it's like she won't do it after she says it.
Such as?
Okay, she says she'll clean the dishes. But an hour, 8 o'clock rolls around, it's still dishes in the sink and we gotta eat.
Mr. Pruitt, you keep stepping on the same landmine. You know it's going to explode. You know, she's pulling all the weight. She's paying all the bills, buying you your little game system. You should take care of the household duties while she's holding down the fort in all other ways, okay? You may not understand that. You may not believe that, but that's what that is. And we're not going to go tread over that territory again. I want to know, because here, listen, You filled out the compatibility test. And I asked you what were the 5 things that are wrong with you. And you said you're judgmental.
Yes.
You don't take the woman you want to be your wife's feelings into consideration. You said you were loud.
Yes.
And depressed.
Yes.
Now, I see loud. Don't necessarily see depressed, but that don't mean anything. You know, you were up here today. Why are you depressed?
I feel like she's not. She might say she does a lot, but she's lazy. And when she doesn't want to do something.
You know, I'm going to go to the compatibility test now because I see what we have here. You said these things about him that you didn't like. You said his attitude, the way he talks down to people, he's sensitive, arrogant, and not respectful. All of that speaks to one thing to me. He's frightened and scared people who don't have that self-esteem and believe, and he's not working, and he projects that elsewhere. So he has to talk down to other people because he already feels low. That's what those things consecutively mean to me. What do they mean to you?
I mean...
Do you feel respected? Let me ask you that.
No, I don't. I feel like he takes me for granted some days.
What does he do that's disrespectful?
For instance, I'll bring up the fact, like, I am 7 months pregnant. I feel like the least you can do if you've been sitting here all day playing a video game and not doing nothing else, you can at least go walk and get diapers or some groceries or something.
Does he never do that kind of thing?
I mean, every once in a while. But he'll sit there for like 30 or 40 minutes and yell at me about it.
Mr. Pruitt, let me ask you this. Do you ever look at her and say, wow, she's heavily pregnant, she just got home from work, I want to make her okay, I'm concerned about her well-being, let me take care of her a little bit? Does that ever cross your mind?
Yes.
Do you do anything about it?
Yeah, I've on my own time, I've taken our kids out to the pool.
On your own time?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. On my own time. When she's away, say she's away.
Right.
Me and the kids, we just in the house by ourselves.
Right.
I'm taking them either to the Hard Rock Cafe or the Hard Rock Hotel. And they have a swimming pool in the back.
On her money?
No, ma'am.
On your money?
Yes, ma'am.
You don't have a job. What's that?
My family gives me money, so.
And so you take them out to eat into a place where they got a swimming pool.
You're supposed to do that, bro. You don't get no points for being no father around here. Man, listen, we that over here on this channel. This is what we do. You don't get no points for that, bro. Now it's worth barking about if the Hard Rock Cafe was orbiting around the world and then the unicorn popped out and then the goddamn monster truck shot across the moon or something. Yeah, then that's worth talking about and all of that. But as far as just being a dad, bro, and being a parent, well, no, that's what you're supposed to do. We expect that. We demand. We require that. That's a requirement, bro. It ain't no, oh, hey, let's get a pat on the back. Now, I'm not saying that, bad job or bad. Nah, thumbs up to you, but that ain't no above and beyond or nothing like that, bro. This is what we do. This is what we do, and it's a million ways, bro. It ain't always gotta be money incorporated. I'll tell y'all this, bro. With the children, excuse me. With the children, bro, a lot of the times we sitting up here thinking going out spending $5,000 on the toy car, but then it got the attachment to it, and then it come with the house, and then it come with the garage. We think that all of that means something. Goddamn daughter, go play with the box, make up imagine. Nah, she don't make up imaginary, but use a little doll and pretend that that's the doll house, and then craft the doll house and shape the doll. Like, man, bro, it ain't always gotta be like that. Take their ass into the real rainforest. Sit on one of them wooden tree branches or something. Pull out a sandwich. Make a sandwich. Teach them how to start a fire or something like that, bro. It ain't always got to be money incorporated. You ain't always got to do that, bro. But as far as being a father and being present, that is a fucking requirement. That's a requirement, bro.
Mr. Pruitt, do you like her?
Yeah, I love her. I don't like her, I love her.
What do you love about her?
Her conversation, one. The will to keep people motivated. She has a lot of friends, and they come to her with every type of problem in the world. And she's like the therapist to them. And she's the therapist to me also. But at the same time, it's kind of hard to rely on somebody that ain't doing what they say they doing.
What ain't she doing?
First of which, she's not taking care of herself.
The woman is tired. She got a man at home on the couch playing video games. She's got 2 kids in the house and another one on the way. She's at work and she comes home and you haven't cleaned up anything. The woman is tired. That's why she's not doing more of what you think she needs to be doing. She's tired. Okay. She's got all kinds of kids to take care of, including you. The woman is tired.
Okay.
What do you want him for? I mean, what is, if the end game is making him a permanent fixture in your home, how do you see that as a good thing?
I mean, I do love him. It's just, he fell backwards. He had all the motivation in the world. We move on to something new, and it's like all his motivation that went out the window and pushed it all onto me to just make everything work.
And that's a tough one. I know we talk a lot over here in this entertainment and this educational, but as far as real life goes, to get into real life, bro, that's tough. To be able to reach a crossroad where it's like, damn, you remember how it used to be, but then you looking at how it is right now, and you like, damn, I know everything ain't going to be good, and it ain't going to be all sweet, you know, for the whole duration. I get that. And I understand that, but that's tough, bro. That's tough, bro. And where I'm at with it, bro, it's like you really, you gotta take yourself out of it. Sometimes you gotta take yourself out of the situation and look at it as a whole. Not only what did that person do, but what did you do? What did you do in that situation? And be like, all right, cool. If you can live with everything that you did and that they did, all right. I might give it another razzle dazzle. You might give it another razzle dazzle, but y'all come together and be like, all right, that's what I want to do better. That's what I want to do better. And I ain't gonna say hold each other accountable, because I'm like, hey, listen, you said you gonna do it, we gonna knock it out and we gonna get it done, but some type of help them out. Like if they struggling, I don't know, communicating or something like that. Show them it's a different way you can communicate. Send her a love note. Send her, I don't know, figure it out. I gave y'all 1 million message in a bottle. I gave y'all 1 million of them. Go watch the other videos, but help him figure out. And if she know that he struggled with, I don't know, oh, well, yeah, we can pick finding a job or being lazy or being unmotivated or something like that. Put his ass on a schedule. Put him on a schedule. All right, the game go off at 6 o'clock. You applying the jobs from 8 until 10. 6 until 10, and then you getting help them out, bro. Help them out. It ain't always a bad thing. I always say that in relationships, we should be here complimenting each other. We should be making each other better in some aspect of life. Not all of them. Stay out of my finances. Don't get in my pocket. Stay out of my pocket. But like, it's 1,000 aspects of life, and we both should be helping each other get better at that. That was a good take. Good take.
First of all, okay? Now I'm just gonna fuss. You gotta be a man when you start having children. you are not being a man. You're being a boy who wants his games, who wants his meals, who wants his room cleaned, and what you want to do is be a playmate to your children. She don't need that. That's not helpful. That makes you less than a man. And all that loud talking and disrespecting people, you know you're not a man. If you were a man, you would be able to mop a floor, but you're so low that the mop will level you all together. I don't even know the woman. If I went over her house and I saw all she was doing and pregnant, I'd get up and do the dishes. I'm not even in love with her. She's a human being. On that level alone, you care for people. You don't just suck and suck and suck and take and take and take and don't give anything back. It's not cool, it's not right, it's not manly. Now I'm gonna fuss at you. Number one, control your fertility. I'm telling you, you lose all your leverage when you have children and you don't have an education and you can't afford it and the guys aren't there. You end up with this cat on the couch doing nothing. So cut that out. When you get a man, you sit him somewhere and then you watch him. And if he does good for 6 months, you get a little closer to him and you watch him some more. And then if he stays right for a while, you marry. Don't get pregnant, you marry him. But after you get him home and you marry him, you watch him.
Told you, bro. 24/7, whether you know it or not, regardless if you can see it, smell it, touch it, taste it, or hear it, they watching, bro. I tell you, man, they're like little cats. Like a little cat. It'll run up, brush past you, and then go over in the corner somewhere and sit down and just watch you, bro. Just watch you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, man, I want her ass to sit right here and watch me record these videos. She gonna sit right, yeah, bro. Yeah, a whole lot of watching, man. She preaching, though. She preaching.
You see if he pays the bills. You see if he comes home. You see if he's going to be faithful. And then and only then do you share your gene pool with his gene pool. Because that's deep. I know you just want to get married. You want to give your kids a father and sit down somewhere. I get it. You just want to have a guy in the house. And this was, at the current time, this is what you came up with. Make sure he stays in your children's lives. Make sure he pays child support. Be friends with him. That's fine. Have him come over and do a thing or two. But don't marry him because you're tying yourself to a sinking ship. And, who wants to go down, right? Move forward, move on, and you be a better person. This matter is adjourned.
I keep trying to tell y'all, bro, that being lazy and all of that stuff, bro, it is not going to cut it. 95% of his problems, bro, 95% of his problems came from him being lazy, bro, not getting a job. Then you get the job and you can't get to the job, being lazy. You want the house clean, but you don't clean the house, being lazy. You name it, bro. You want the game, but then you don't want to pay for just being lazy, bro. Being lazy, bro, and to me, that's just unattractive. That's unattractive to me. That's unattractive to me. Like laziness and all of that, bro. Like I get it, but it's a certain time. It's a certain time. I need to work on my laziness. I need to work on being lazy. It's a certain time for it, but 24/7, all day, all around the clock, bro. Just being lazy and unproductive and ain't doing nothing, bro. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan. But. On the flip side, on a lighter note, I will say this. He was not cheating. He did not cheat. He did not cheat. We 1 for 1. We 1 for 1. We starting a new streak. This a new marathon, bro. Every video we going without cheating. We 1 for 1 until we hit 100 videos consecutively. I need a hundo. I need a honey bun. We need a honey bun and no cheating, but the moral of the story, like the real theme behind the whole story, bro, is you gotta pay attention to people's actions. Pay attention to people's actions. People's actions always show you better than their words. Words, you can make them sound good. You can you can make them sound marvelous, spectacular, immaculate, fabulous, enticing, captivating. You name it, bro. You name it, bro. But actions is only one way you can show up. It's only one way you can show up. And to be truthfully honest, to drop another one on you, it ain't even really about what you do with your or as your action. You just showing up, bro. 95% of the time, that's just enough. It worked for me, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It worked for me, but and in my personal opinion, I feel like she was just as wrong for staying though. She was just as wrong for staying. My thing with it is a person only do what you allow. A person will only do what you allow. Now, there are some instances and situations where we can't control those things, where we can't control maybe a bad situation, whether it be physical or something like that. We can't control that. You can't control that. You can try to get help, but who knows? Who knows? That's a more delicate situation. But as far as this one go, bro, she can control it. She can control that. But I feel it though. I definitely feel it, and I think I did say it in the video. I said it in the video. That's tough, bro. That's tough, bro. And I forget how long they've been together, but been together with a person for a long time, bro, and forever and never. It can be tough to pull that plug and the detach and cut that cord. That can be tough, but I'ma choose me, bro. I'ma choose me every time. Now, granted, maybe that's my issue. Maybe that's my problem. But I'ma choose me every time, bro. And I don't wish you no bad. I don't wish you no harm or nothing like that. But once we start tallying up, and then we start doing the list, the greater than, the less than, and the column chart, whatever, bro. And I'm looking, and it's piling up on the bad side, and it's decreasing on the short side. That's a problem. That's a problem, bro. That's a problem, bro. And I think that's where she at. And then you start to look at the bad things, and you're like, all right, well, it's not really that bad. It wasn't really that bad. Then you look at the good things, and it was all right, but it wasn't the greatest. But you're like, all right, well, at least he did do that. Your mind, bro. Yeah, they're at that crossroad. Bro. And to be truthfully honest, the final decision is going to be up to him. It's going to be up to him. Either he going to step up or he going to step off. That's all it is. But shout out to Darrell for this one. Good looking dog. Yeah, this was chills. I like this. And if y'all got any more suggestions, man, hit me up. And while we on the topic, hit that like. I've been on y'all head top. I couldn't get it out. But while we on the topic, hit that like button. Bro. Darrell asked me for this video, yesterday, and it's up today. Stop playing with me, man. Listen, my thing with it is, y'all want the content, I got the content. I ain't got no issue with it. I can do this all day, all night, all summer, spring, fall, sprawl, whatever, bro. You name it. I got it. But we at that point, if we want to grow, it's on y'all now. It's on the community. I got to leave it up to the community. That like button, bro, I'm telling you, that like button, it push the video out, it get it sent to more people, and we grow the community, and we get better, bro. We get better. We get more videos. We get a bigger community. We still gonna be the same community. Don't get it twisted. We ain't having that. But we get a bigger community, bro. I'm here for it, man. But I appreciate y'all. Don't y'all ever forget that. I still appreciate y'all, Lord. Yeah, even though y'all be hitting the like, but I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that video. GTG, the family's always love. And we out.